probability ne අපිට කරන්න තියෙන්නේ. This is the lesson we are gonna do. By studying this lesson, you will be able to identify simple events and composite events. Find the probability of events which are not mutually exclusive. Find the probability of an event using a grid or tree diagram. මේ lesson එක මාර ලේසි. මෙහෙම අමාරු නැහැ. හරිද? We know that we will get either heads or tails when we toss a coin. දැන් අපි coin එකක් toss කරාම දන්නව නේද heads or tails නේ එන්නේ අපිට එක්කෝ head නැත්තම් එනවා tail. ඔය දෙකෙන් එකක් එනවා. So we know what are the observations that we are gonna have. දැන් coin එකක් toss කරොත් එහෙම අපි දන්නවා මොන observations ද අපිට එන්නේ කියලා මේ experiment එකේ නේද? එතකොට however we cannot say with certainty what the outcome will be before observing it. Experiments in which we know the possible outcomes but cannot say with certainty which outcome will occur are called random experiments. Then අපි මේ head or tail කියලා දන්නවා. අනිවාර්යෙන්ම head or tail එන්නේ කියලා දන්නවා. හැබැයි මේ දෙකෙන් මොකක්ද එන්නේ කියලා අපි දන්නේ නැහැ. අන්න ඒ වගේ experiments වලට අපි කියනවා random experiments කියලා. Then when you throw a dice, or dice එකක් throw කරොත් එහෙම ඔයා දන්නවා 1 to 6 තමයි numbers වැටෙන්නේ. මොකක් හරි එකක් තමයි වැටෙන්නේ කියලා දන්නවා. Obviously you can't get 7 නේද? dice number die එකක් දාද්දි numbers එන්නේ නැහනේ මේ 7 එන්නේ නැහනේ 1 to 3 1 to 6 number නා. හැබැයි ඔයා දන්නවා 1 to 6 number එකක් එන්නේ. ඔයා දන්නේ නැහැ එකේ ඉඳන් 6 වෙනකන් මොකක්ද වැටෙන්නේ කියලා ඔයා දන්නේ නැහැ. එහෙම වෙනව නේද? අන්න ඒවට තමයි අපි කියන්නේ random experiments කියලා. Right? The set to which all the possible outcomes of random experiment belong is called the sample space. It is denoted by S. මෙන්න මේ possible outcomes ටික. Main point, the possible outcomes. මෙන්න මේ අපිට එන outcomes ටික. The possible outcomes, all the possible outcomes. මෙන්න මේක තමයි අපි කියන්නේ මොකක් කියලාද? Sample space කියලා. We call that as sample space. It is denoted by capital S. It is denoted by capital S. Within all the possible outcomes. Right? So when we throw a coin, what are the samples? What are the results that should be in the sample space? කියන්න බලන්න. sample space එකේ තියෙන්නේ මොනවද? තියෙන්නේ මොනවද?
Head, tail.
Head and tail. Yes. Yes, dice එකේ 1 to 6. Tossing a coin එකේ heads and tails. Ball at a target නම් අපි දන්නවා hits the target or misses the target. Those are the possible outcomes. So we call them as random experiment. What do we call them? Random experiments. මේක හරීම ලේසි වැඩක්. හරිද? So let's move on to the next. Now let's talk about events. An event is a subset of the sample space. Consider the following examples. Consider random experiment of rolling a fair tetrahedral dice numbered from 1 to 4 and recording the result. අපි tetrahedron shape. Tetrahedron කියලා කියන්නේ මේ අර squares sorry triangles හතරකින් හැදිලා තියෙන එක like this tetrahedron කියන්නේ මෙන්න මේ වගේ ඔකට දන්නවත් ඇති මෙහෙම එක like this දැකලා ඇති නේද tetrahedron කියන එක දන්නව ඇතිනේ නේද ඉස්කෝලේ හදන්නත් එහෙම දෙනවා සමහර වෙලාවට grade 6 7 වගේ වෙද්දි දීලා ඇති I hope you know tetrahedron දන්නව නේද oh let me show you if you don't know well ත්‍රිකෝණ හතරක් තියෙන්නේ right ත්‍රිකෝණ හතර so this is the tetrahedron so the sample space is 1 2 3 4 අපි දන්නවා tetrahedron එකේ numbers හතරයි නම් 1 2 3 4 තමයි sample space එක අනිවාර්යෙන් උක හොලවල දැම්මහම 1 2 3 4න් එකක් තමයි එන්නේ so we call that sample space subsets of the sample space are 3 2 and 4 1 2 3 likewise මේ curly brackets ඇතුලේ තමයි අපි subsets and sample space denote කරන්නේ මේකේ subsets කිව්වම අපිට එක්කෝ 1 2 3 4 separately ගන්න පුළුවන් නැත්නම් 2 numbers together ගන්න පුළුවන් නැත්නම් 3 numbers together ගන්නත් පුළුවන් අන්න ඒ වගේ you can denote the subsets තේරුණාද දැන් 1 2 3 4 ගත්තහම 1 විතරක් ගන්න පුළුවන් 2 විතරක් ගන්න පුළුවන් 3 විතරක් ගන්න පුළුවන් 4 විතරක් ගන්න පුළුවන් we'll write the subsets okay අපි බලමු subsets ලියන්න 1 1 right curly brackets down 2 3 I'm writing the subsets. Sorry, I'm writing each and every subset, all subsets here. They have given a few, no? Make and then we can write 1, comma 2. And then we can write 2, comma 3. And we can also write 1, comma 3. And then we can write 1, comma 4. And then we can write what? 2, comma 1 දාන්න බෑ. දැන් මෙතන 1, comma 2 තියෙනවනේ. 2, comma 4. And then 2, comma 3 is here. 4, comma, yes, we can write 3, comma 4. Three comma 2 we can write and 1, comma 4 we have written. So and then also we can write what? 1, 2, 3 and 2, 3, 4 and 1 4 3. So how many subsets? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13, and also we can write 1 2 3 4. මේ ඔක්කොම තියෙන එක ලියන්නත් පුළුවන් නේද? ඔක්කොම තියෙන එක ලියන්නත් පුළුවන්. And also we can write few more, I guess. 1 3 1 4 1 2 2 3 2 4 3 4 we wrote, yes, 3 4 and 2 3 4 1 2 3 1 3 4 2 3
1, 2, 4.
1 2 4. Yes, 1 2 4 3 4 1 1 4 3 ලිව්වනේ නේද? අන්න ඒ වගේ ලියන්න පුළුවන් අපිට ගොඩක්. හරිද? So there should be a definite number we can write, right? So we have to find out how we can find out the definite number. Otherwise we දන්නේ නැහැ කීයක් එනවද. We have to keep writing and writing like this. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 11 12 13 14 15 16. Yes, that is all. So these are called the subsets, right? These subsets can be explained as follows. 3 denotes the event of getting 3 as a result. Denotes the events of getting 2 and 4 as the result. අන්න ඒක තමයි අපි මේකෙන් denote කරලා තියෙන්නේ. The events of getting 3 as a result. මෙතන. So this is events of getting 1 as a result. Events of getting 2 as a result. Events of getting 1 2 3 4 as a result. Events of getting 1 4 3 as a result. Likewise, we can denote the subsets. Right? Also, if getting a number less than 4 is denoted by A, then it can be written as A equals 1 2 3. දැන් අපිට කියනවා නම් A එක denote කරන්නේ number less than 4 කියලා. Less than 4 කියන්නේ 1 2 3 නේ. So we can write A equals 1 2 3. So an event is a subset of the sample space. Sample space එකක in a given event, the sample space එකෙන් අපි subset එකක් ලියනවා කියලා කියන්නේ, that is called an event. තේරුණාද? Did you get it? Yes?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So simple events and composite events. Let's look into those two. Consider rolling an unbiased die numbered from 1 to 6. In this random experiment, then rolling dice එකක් දානවා 1 to 6. So you know what is sample space? S equals within curly brackets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let us write some events relevant to the sample space. They have written some events, okay? So on balanda 1 2 3 outcomes, we call it as simple events. Simple events කියන්නේ only one outcome තියෙන ඒවා නේද? Only one outcome තියෙන ඒවා we call it as simple events. Simple events කියලා කියනවා අපි only one outcome තියෙන ඒවා. දැන් එහෙනම් කියන්න composite events කියන්නේ මොනවද කියලා? There should be more than one outcome like this. මේ තියෙන මේවා simple ඒවා. These three are simple and these are composite events. මෙතනදී මේ ටික simple, අනිත් ඒවා composite. Did you get it? Yes? Yes, it's simple. හරිද? It's simple. Okay, anyways. I can't erase those. No, no. Right. Equally likely outcomes. Now we'll move into equally likely outcomes. What are these equally likely outcomes? The sample space of tossing an unbiased coin getting heads or tails. Because the coin is unbiased, it is clear that the likelihood of getting either of these two outcomes is equal. Then අපි ඇත්තටම unbiased ඉඳා අපි coin එකක් toss කරොත් එහෙම you know that what this should be like equally possible. Getting head the tail ද කියලා අපි දන්නේ නැහැ. දැන් අපි එක පැත්තක් වාසි නම් we are obviously going to say that no. අරක නිකන් මේ පැත්තට බරයි වගේ, so we are going to say this like tail පැත්තට නිකන් යනවා වගේ තේරෙනවා කියලා we say. But actually when we toss a coin we don't know. It's unbiased. Unbiased කියන්නේ කොයි පැත්තටවත් බරක් නැහැ. It's totally possible for either of those to happen. ඒක හින්දා අපි doubt එකකින් ඉන්නේ. ඒක fair හින්දානේ අපි cricket එහෙම toss කරද්දී මේ ගන්නේ මොකද්ද? coin එක. So that is the reason it is unbiased. So let us consider another example. There are 3 identical balls in a bag, red, white and black. Consider taking out one ball at random. The sample space, getting a red ball, getting a white ball and getting a black ball. Because the balls are identical, it is clear that the likelihood of taking any of these balls is equal. If each of the outcomes in a random experiment has an equal likelihood of occurring, that experiment is called experiment with equally likely outcomes. තේරුණාද what they have told? දැන් මේකේ තියෙනවලු balls තුනක්, one blue and I use another color here. And එකක් red අනිත් එක white. Since you can't see white, I'll use ash. So these are equal in yellow. These are equal in shape and they are in a bag. So you can't see any of these. So when you put your hand into the bag and take one ball, do you know whether it's going to be red, blue or yellow? දන්නවද හරියට මෙන්න මොකක්ද කියලා?
No.
No. And they are equal. The possible outcome is equal in each case. Right? එකම සංඛ්‍යාවක් තමයි මේ blue balls උයි, red balls උයි, white balls උයි තියෙන්නේ. එකම සංඛ්‍යාවක් 1 1 1. So the ratio of getting an outcome of a ball is same. Let's consider like this. අපි බලමු. අපි කියමු නිකන් blue තියෙනවා 3. Right? Blue තියෙනවා 3. And red තියෙනවා 2. And yellow තියෙනවා 1. දැන් මෙතන මේක equally likely outcomes ද?
No.
No. Because there are more blue balls here. Blue එකක් ගේන්න chance එක චුට්ටක් වැඩි නේද? So we can't call that as equally likely outcome. So this is the meaning of equally likely outcomes. Let's move to the next page. Consider the experiment of tossing an unbiased coin. As you have learned in earlier grades, the possible of each equally likely outcome, getting heads and getting tails in sample space is half. Half තමයි probability එක. අන්න දැන් probability වලට ආවා. ඒ කියන්නේ මොකද්ද දැන්? When we take a coin, one side is head. Head. The other side is tail. So what are the possible outcomes? How many possible outcomes are here? How many? කොච්චරක් තියෙනවද possible outcomes මෙතන එන්න පුළුවන්? Head and tail. How many? So 2. Yes, 2. So the probability of head is 1 of these 2, right? So we can call it 1/2. Tail එකත් එකයිනේ තියෙන්නේ මේ දෙකේ. So we can call it as half. So this is what we call as probability. ලේසි නේද? එහෙනම් අපි දැන් අරක බැලුවොත් එහෙම ඉස්සෙල්ලා අපි බැලුවේ balls. Let's say 3 blue balls. 4 කියලා ගමුකෝ. 4 and 3 red balls and 1 yellow ball. So what is the probability of getting a blue ball? Blue ball එකක් එන possibility එක මොකක්ද?
4/8.
4/8. Very good. That is, you can simplify this like half. Lazy නේද වැඩේ? Yes, it is nothing big. So you can write like this. This was like one of my favorite lessons those days. Make lazy. This is like we don't understand කියලා බය වෙලා ඉන්නේ. But this is not hard at all when compared to that මොන lessons ද prove කරන්න තියෙන මේවත් එක්ක බලුවම මේක this is simple. Now let us consider a random experiment which is not an experiment with equally likely outcomes. Then equal likely outcomes නැති යවන්න දීලා තියෙනවා. Amara planted a mango seed and observed whether a plant would grow within a week. Sample space, grow, not grow. Mango seed එකක් දැන් plant කරලා සතියකින් grow වෙනවද නැද්ද කියලායි පේන්නේ. Here there are no reasons to assume that the outcome are equally likely. Here taking the probability of plant growing as half is not correct. In an instance where all the outcomes of a sample space are equally likely to occur, the probability of an event occurring is defined as below. දැන් අමර මැංගෝ සීඩ් එකක් ප්ලාන්ට් කරලා එයා සතියකින් බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා මේ ගහ වැවෙන්න කියලා. එතකොට අපි grow එකට half දෙන එක it's not fair. නේද? සතියකින් ගහක් පැලවෙනවා කියන එකට අපිට half consider කරන්න බෑ. නේද? It is in an instance where all outcomes may equally likely occur වෙන්න නම් අපිට දෙන්න පුළුවන් මේ වගේවට දෙන්න බෑ. Grow and not grow කියන එකට දෙන්න බෑ. But for the ones which has equally likely outcomes, we can denote the probability of event occurring like this. Number of events, number of elements in the event. Elements ගන්න පුළුවන් number එකේ තියෙන number of elements in the event divide by number of elements in sample space. So this is denoted like this. This is the symbol. Probability of A equals number of A divided by number of sample space. Now අපි probability of blue balls ගත්තේ probability of number of blue balls over sample space නේද? අන්න ඒ වගේ තමයි. Probability of it's okay. Like this is the equation. These are the two equations. probability එක බලන්නේ අපි number of elements in an event divide by number of elements in sample space. දැන් අපි අතන probability of blue balls ගත්තේ කොහොමද? probability of blue balls. I'll denote it as capital B. එතන අපි ගත්තේ number of blue balls නේද? number of blue balls ගත්තා 4 කියලා. And we divide it by number of the total outcomes, that is sample space. That is, we call it as 8. ඔන්න ඔහම නේද ආවේ? So this is the thing, right? So this is the thing. So they have given you some examples, as you can see. With reference to an experiment in which a card is drawn randomly from a bag containing 5 identical cards, 1 to 5, write the sample space and find number of sample space. Here the answer. What is the number? 1 to 5 now? What is the answer?
1
The sample space, darling, the total number of outcomes, not the probability. Sample space can a total number of outcomes. Then with an idea, yes, 5. The answer is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Write the elements of A and find number of elements in A, which given getting an even number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 වල even numbers කීයක් තියෙනවද? මෙතන 5. අපි 1, 2, 3, 4 කියලා දැම්මොත් 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. How many even numbers are there?
2.
2. So the number of elements in A is 2. So they are asking the probability now. So probability of A is number of A divided by number of A's, that is 2 over 5. Then තේරුණා නේද කොහොමද කරන්න කියලා? Yes. So this is the way we do probability questions. Easy. In an experiment of rolling an unbiased die with its faces marked 1 to 6, find the probability of number shown is 4. So here only one number is there out of 6, neither. Only one number is there. So the answer would be 1 over 1 over 6. 1 over 6. 1 over 6 is the answer. 4 probability. Find the probability of the number shown odd. Odd numbers 1, 3 and 5. Only 3. So 3 over 6, we can further divide it as half. Right? Find the probability of the number that is greater than 2. Greater than 2, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4 over 6. We can further divide it and write 2 over 3 likewise. Terunada, is this easy?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So you can do the exercise now. And they have given you intersections of 2 events, union and intersection. So these are like combined with sets. අපි ඒකට එමු representation of sample space in a grid. We can complete the lesson today. I prefer you doing one question from exercise 30.1 first. අපි එකක් කරලින් බලන්න. First එක කරන්න බලන්න. 30.1 එකේ first exercise first question එක කරලා when you are done tell me. කරන්න දැන්ට.